Let's get ready to rumble. Apollo Creed versus Clubber Lang. Which Rocky opponent would win in a fight? Apollo Creed and Clubber Lang are iconic antagonists for the Rocky franchise and an excellent boxers, but who would win in a fight between the two of them? I'm W.F.S, your doctor and your ring announcer for this epic battle. So let's get into this article and find out, but before we do, if you click the like and subscribe button, greatly appreciated, and for those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. But now, let's go ringside. Alright everyone, place your bets. Which one do you think is going to win this battle here? It would be one for the ages. Sports announcers would be dissecting this left and right. So let's take a look here. Between Apollo Creed and Clubber Lang, the Rocky franchise has two of the best antagonists ever, but who would win a fight between the two? The iconic Rocky franchise contains some of the best fights in cinematic history, and Creed and Lang would surely be in the category. Both boxers give Rocky an incredible fight through a combination of elite physical talent and sensational skill. There is a bit of an age gap between Apollo Creed and Clubber Lang to keep in mind when considering a fight between the two. The question of who would win in a fight between these two legendary boxers should be approached under the assumption that both are fighting in their primes. In a matchup as tight as Apollo Creed and Clubber Lang, a gap of even a couple of years could make a difference. When Apollo Creed fights Rocky in the original Rocky, Creed is in his prime, and that is the version of him to be considered as a hypothetical matchup with Lang, which I think would be an incredible fight. ScreenRant believes that Creed would definitely win the battle. The fight would be one for the history books, and it would surely be close, but in the end, Apollo Creed's superior skill as a boxer would win over Clubber Lang's superior strength. Creed would be able to dance around and avoid any of the major KO punches that Lang would seek to land while prepping him to the body and head. It is unlikely that either of them would be able to knock the other out, considering their skills and strength, but Creed would carry the day by decision because he would land more hits. It is also important to consider that Apollo Creed would not approach this fight the way he did when he fought Rocky in the original Rocky. When Rocky nearly beats Apollo Creed, Apollo is approaching the fight like it is going to be a walk in the park. Where he has to fight Clubber Lang, he would know coming into it that he would be in the toughest fight of his life. The killers mentally that Apollo Creed would take into the Lang fight would help him avoid underestimating the Lang like he did Rocky. Yeah, his mentality, his mental way of mind has to be more sharp, more focused, because let's face it, when he saw Rocky in the original film, he just looked at him like he's just some dead bum of a boxer in some local fight clubs that really doesn't amount to anything. So if I bring him up to my level just to give him a taste of what it's like to fight the heavyweight champion of the world, well then I'll just show Philadelphia that I'm a great guy, and I'll give a local some good press at the same time. But he did not expect, nor did he pay attention to all the warning signs that Rocky was taking this fight way too seriously. And even his Apollo's training manager was begging him to take this guy seriously, and Apollo brushed it all off. Apollo Creed is also a better villain than Clubber Lang in the Rocky franchise. Creed is a deeper character who actually ends up training Rocky. It is also his son Adonis who becomes Rocky's prodigy in the Creed movies. Overall, Apollo Creed just brings more to the Rocky franchise than Clubber Lang does. It's not that Lang is a bad villain. He simply is not on the level of the legendary Apollo Creed. Completely agree. But the difference between Lang and Creed also is class. Apollo Creed was a class act. Yes, he was a bit of a showman, absolutely. He loved to entertain his crowd, and he knew how to do it. He was a showman with dignity, class, and for that, as far as I'm concerned, he is the best villain in the Rocky franchise. Well, my friends, I'd love to know what you think about all this. How do you think either one of these massive fighters would fare out in this boxing match? Is it Creed or Lang? Who do you think is going to win this? Who do you think would win? I'm W.F.S, your doctor. Until the next time, my friends, I'll see you in the ring, and God bless.